Hey, this is Luke. Good to see you and to have another edition of this Judges Digging Deeper. If you're part of the Redemption congregation, I missed you Sunday. I didn't get to see you. I was up in Redemption Flagstaff. And so I wanted to take a minute in this video and share something that I shared up there that hopefully will encourage and challenge you a bit. And it's this idea. All of us have a little bit of Samson in us. And either we will destroy that bit of Samson in us, or it will destroy us. We all have a little bit of Samson. And you see at least four dominant things as you look at the life of Samson. And all four of them are in you, and they're in me. The first one is that Samson is a totally sensual person. He's the definition of someone that is just driven by his senses, what he sees, what he feels, what he wants, right? Get her for me. She is right in my eyes, right? He swoops over to the lion. He sees the honey. He wants some. He takes it. He's just driven by his senses. And that sensual, I've got to have what I want right now, if that grows in us, it will destroy us. And so we've got to fight against it. And so one of the questions I've been asking is, are there things that I need, even good things, that I need to say no to just to build the muscle of saying, I don't have to have that. I don't have to eat that. I don't have to go there. I don't have to do that. I don't have to have what I want whenever I want all the time. I don't have to be a sensual person. Second thing that you see in Samson is that he is unteachable. His parents come to him and say, hey, this really isn't a good idea for you to marry this Philistine woman. And he says, get her for me. This is what I want. And there's a little bit of that in you and me. And that is pride. The scripture says that God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. And so it makes me wonder, are there times when you are actually going to people and asking them to speak into your life, asking them to teach you, asking you to give them wisdom? Or when you go to people, is it just asking for affirmation? That's a lot of times what we do. We don't really want to learn. We don't really want to hear from them. We just want them to be an echo chamber back for what we already want. Third thing you see in Samson's life is that Samson is a loner. He's alone in all of these stories. He's just a one-man wrecking crew, right? He doesn't rally an army. He doesn't build a team. He is just a loner. And you see the devastating impact of that. And it's interesting because a lot of us wouldn't necessarily call ourselves loners. A lot of us, though, experience what you could call crowded loneliness, where we're surrounded by people, but we're still kind of loners. We do what we want when we want, and no one can really tell us not to. And I just wonder, do you have someone in your life, do you have people in your life that you've invited in to say, hey, be a team for me, and I want to be a team for you, and I'm not going to be a loner. If you don't have that, it will destroy you. And then the fourth thing that we see in Samson's life is that Samson is outwardly impressive and inwardly a disaster. There's a reason kids love all the Samson stories. It's because outwardly he's amazing, and yet inwardly he's a train wreck. And one of the most powerful things that I've read as I've been working through this series, I actually shared with you in today's email. It's from Tim Keller on the difference between an outwardly impressive and an inwardly impressive life. You should read it and take a look at it, because if we just focus on the externals and we don't ever really think about how our hearts are becoming more in love with the Lord, more obedient to his word, more caring for other people, if we don't do that, it will destroy us. So there's some encouragement and some challenge. And I'll see you Sunday.